Why is it important to journal every day?
So when we open my mind, when we are in this deep meditative state, you will hear a voice.
Those are the two most powerful times of your day because
It will totally change your life.
Hello everyone, it's Mary Lynn with Shift Your Energy Now podcast from beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. And with me today I have Chengying, a writer. And Chengying is going to talk about journaling and why it's important. But a lot of people don't realize journaling is actually channeling and downloading your intuition and clarity from your higher self, also known as your soul. So Chengying, you want to just tell the audience who you are and what you do?
Hi everyone, it's such an honor to be invited to this program and to share some life skills. So I'm a practicing lawyer, but I'm also a writer, and I love stories. So for me, the primary way for me to communicate with the world and myself is really through writing. And maybe that's the reason why I naturally become a lawyer and become a story writer. So I would love to share what I do when I'm journaling. So like Lynn said, when you are journaling, it's really you are opening your heart, opening your mind, and you receive all the messages from your higher self, or the source or the universe, whatever term you prefer. But that's really a sacred, a holy way of communicating with your higher self.
And you do it in the mornings. Now, some people are night owls, but why is it important to journal every day? And Chengying recommends the morning, if you want to explain why the morning is important.
Yeah, I do believe morning is the most productive time for you to do any kind of exercise, because it's much more quiet before everybody else get up and before all the noises of the world coming in. So it's just easier for you to drop into your heart space, to be yourself in early hours.
And I know for me, when I write, it's often because I need clarity on something. So I have an issue or a challenge or something going on in my life, and I can't make heads or tail of it, and then I'll get a book with a pen. Chengying does everything electronically on her tablet. But I write down, and I feel like I'm channeling the answers from the universe. So it might be from my guides or my higher self, and I almost always get clarity. And there's something about writing down our thoughts and journaling them that really assists with our, I don't know what you want to call it, spiritual path or spiritual evolution. Do you want to tell people how writing down and journaling every day can assist them with their spiritual path?
I prefer writing because when I use my hand, I can feel the energy. I feel the connection between my mind and my hand, and by writing down everything, and I just have a better, clear understanding of whatever thoughts going through my mind. So that's why writing is really my preferred way of doing that. And of course, I understand a lot of people, maybe they're more visual and or more audio. Audio means people learn by listening, hearing the words, hearing the audiobooks. But for me, I do feel by writing down everything, you get a much more clear and deeper understanding of the thoughts. It's a better way to summarize all the thoughts. And also, when you write down everything on your book or on your phone, it just give you a much more complete and clear structure, a picture for you to understand.
And I know that you were saying it's a way of dropping into your heart and having like a deeper imprint almost.
Yes.
And the mind chatter calms down. So can you talk about how people can quiet their mind chatter and then drop into their heart before they do their journaling?
That's why everyone needs meditation, needs to practice meditation. It's easier, really easier said than done. And it's very easy for me to say, oh, clear the thoughts out of your mind and drop into your heart region, be still. But it takes me years practice of meditation in order for me. But right now, practice makes perfect. After you get used to this practice, it will just take maybe just seconds for you to immediately drop from your head to your heart. This meditation is absolutely the best way, the most advanced human technology in how to resting in your best state, the most healthy way of nurturing your mind, your heart, your health. So I absolutely recommend everybody doing this meditation practice.
And so I know Chengying does Pilates, she does yoga, she journals, so it's meditates, it's kind of her lifestyle. But can you talk to viewers or listeners that may not be familiar with kind of communicating with their higher self, their soul, their guides, and how they could open up that channel and do so through journaling and writing?
I believe in the asking, it is given. It's our mental chattery made it so difficult for us to believe there's a universe, there's a higher intelligence in addition to our mental capabilities. It took me many years to believe this, but I know many great scientists and or gurus, spiritual leaders, they have been on this path for thousands of years. There's a truth in what they are teaching, and I choose to believe. And so when we open my mind, when we are in this deep meditative state, there's a voice you will hear a voice which is not coming from your mental chattering from your own brain, which is really coming from a higher aspect of yourself. You will hear that if you are willing to be in stillness, drop from your head to your heart.
And I know people don't often listen to their intuition. Another way of saying, channeling your higher self is really listening to your intuition.
Right.
So is a way of journaling and writing, is that kind of like a shortcut? If you don't believe your intuition, a lot of times we'll get a message and we'll say, oh, no, we'll just discount it and we won't take it seriously. But when we journal, is that a way of downloading our intuition, and do we tend to believe it more because we wrote it down?
If you are willing to let your mind go free, then whatever you are writing down, whatever you are journaling is actually coming from a higher aspect of yourself. That's why we call it creativity. We call the most productive and creative ideas to all those greatest scientists, the inventors actually come from this higher state.
Okay. And I know you were saying that, you focus on the more positive things. You're like motivated by the happy thoughts. Also, I feel like journaling every day, we could set out the intention for the day. Like, okay, I'm going to have a really good day. Work's going to go easy. Everyone's going to be collaborative. Can you tell us the power behind setting an intention at the beginning of your day with actually writing it down with your hand or typing it into your tablet? What kind of power does that give us? Yeah.
The power will change your life.
Oh,
if you are
okay.
willing to try it. Setting down your intention as the first thing in the morning, in the quietness, while no one else is disturbing you, the power and your intention to set on the positivity will totally change your life, change your day, change your month, change your year, if you are willing to try.
And how does it change? Like for me, it was giving me the power to make the intention before you were talking about the mind chatter coming in, or your day starts and the rest of the world encroaches on your private space. That when you set out that intention and you say, okay, this is what my day is going to be like, it's so powerful. When I started doing it, as Chengying said, it changed my life. All of a sudden, in the beginning, I was kind of not used to it, but my life did change. Like the day was more like I had intended than not. And then over time, when you get used to it and you get kind of good at it and you start believing it more, trusting it more, then you're like, okay, this is going to be my day. And it actually happened. So what kind of tips can you encourage people who may have excuses like they're too busy or they don't like to write or, you can also record it in your phone.
Yeah, make it simple. Don't think it's a big project and you will start get to drop your head into your heart immediately and start writing maybe 10 pages out of your journal book. Don't think everything, just make it as simple, as easy as possible for yourself. Maybe you just, this morning I'm going to try it. Maybe I'll give it 1 minute, even 1 minute, that's enough. Maybe just try to sit up from your bed and try to be quiet, clear some mental chattering out of your mind, and just give it 1 or 2 minutes and see whether just ask to receive any good messages from the universe or from wherever, and just give it a try and make it simple. Start it simple, and also always try to focus on the positivity,
yes.
And with a positive intention, I'm sure more positive thoughts will come to you. And one good thing leads to another, and before you even know it, your entire day will start in the most beautiful, on the most positive note.
And if you're one of these people that your mornings are super busy and you just can't find that time, it is okay to do it before you go to bed, because when you go to bed at night and you wake up in the morning, those are the two most powerful times of your day, because what you say and do before you go to bed or when you wake up dictate how your day's going to be, because you more or less wake up with how you were feeling when you went to bed. So if you write down your journal and gratitude for what you're grateful for, if you write down, some questions that you want answers to, it's a very powerful tool and it's simple. A lot of people don't realize. And if you can't do it at night before you go to bed or when you wake up, do it at lunchtime. Do it when you have a minute, because it's literally taking your power back, and it's you connecting with your higher self, your soul, your guides, and you will be astounded, I think, at the power of it. And
right.
How has it changed your life, Chengying?
First of all, I do journaling at every moment of the day. It doesn't have to be the morning or evening, just like you said, even lunchtime, because it really clears my thoughts, give me a better understanding of myself. And absolutely, journaling has changed my life. And I started journaling a few years ago, and I think I was inspired by some teachings regarding set up your intention in the early morning. And there was a movement back then saying get up in very early, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and start doing this. So that's how I started journaling. But immediately I just feel when I was journaling and all the creative great thoughts came to me, I even didn't know those thoughts could exist. You will just try it, and all the creative thoughts, and your mind will just getting so much clearer and much more organized, and have a better understanding.
And also, please drop some comments or like if this video was helpful to you, and what you journal and how it's affected you. But it really is a simple practice that is taking your power back from whatever's going on outside of ourselves. So we really want to encourage you to journal today and reconnect with your higher self. Start believing and trusting your intuition. It literally can change your life. It really can. And in a short period of time, I feel.
Both of us can bear witness to the power of journaling. So we highly recommend you doing this for yourself.
So thank you so much for listening and tuning in. And from Chengying and I, thank you. Have a great day. And we'll see you soon at the next episode.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.